Jalen, we're OGs now. We're old. We're both north of 40. The Knicks, to me, as someone who's lived in this city for so long, means a lot. Madison Square Garden means a lot. You played in some famous games against the Knicks, and you've played for the Knicks. Do you think it's true that that cachet, that brand, is no longer of value to younger players?
The brand is of value. It just has to be productive out on the floor. The one thing that this generation of player has shown, they get paid more money than any decades of basketball, clearly.
Sure.
But now, all of a sudden, that branding does matter. Marketing, promotion does matter. So if all of the money is equal, players definitely want that. The problem is the team has not been good. And also, you can't necessarily bury the history of the Knicks when you want to up the history of the Nets because they actually just moved to Brooklyn.
There. They just got there. They got the brand new Barclays. Now, I've been lucky enough to play in MSG. There was no crowd there or anything. But when you played in Madison Square Garden, isn't there something to the building, or is that just something that I've made up because I've lived here so long?
It is not something you made up. Madison Square Garden is a stage. Go across the league and look at players' feeds from the last 10 seasons. You'll see Kobe can't wait to get there and play there and put on the show.
Thank you.
You see LeBron taking pictures of himself at half court. You see Dwayne Wade doing it. You see Dirk doing it. The iconic building and all of the lore still is there. The problem is the team just has not been good. The Nets moved into the proverbial house next door. They put on a better show recently. They got to the playoffs.
And they got two big free agents that we thought might come to the Knicks.
And you know what else they really don't have? High expectations.
No, and that helps. So, Jalen, there's one little aspect of the story I wanted to bring up quickly. After this happened, a lot of Knicks fans came after KD on Twitter, and he kept responding to him and responding to him. And I used to not like this practice, but now I fully support Kevin Durant responding to the trolls. Why not?
Well, he's not playing this year.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? He got time on his hands.
It's something in his head that he probably dedicated to spending his spare time doing. I'm just glad where he's at a point where now he doesn't feel the need to have burner accounts to do it.
Yeah, Jalen, I'm gonna show you something you have never seen before. Ben Simmons, in uniform for the Philadelphia 76ers, doing this. End of the quarter. Pulling up from beyond the line. Look at this. He pulls up from beyond the line. That's not corner three. That's not, I'm open, someone hit me. He stepped into that with the ball in his hands, with the clock ticking down. All of his teammates, especially Joel Embiid, are like, yo, shoot. And the teammates on the bench blew up. The whole thing was so exciting to watch. What did you take away from that one shot?
So this actually took place with another player with the Sixers. His name was Markelle Fultz. The problem was his inability to make shots and be productive as a number one pick ultimately ousted him from uniform. And so Ben Simmons, while being an all-star player, a triple-double threat, I love the way he plays defense. He's a really competitive player that talks about falling back in love with the game. Your life changes in a lot of ways when the media is following you versus the paparazzi. And he had that a little bit. And now I see a player that dedicated himself to getting back in the gym because it's one thing to make a three. Remember, he was not attempting shots. People keep saying he wasn't making shots. I keep stressing he didn't have the confidence to even attempt shots outside of the paint.
Look at the numbers that will demonstrate exactly what you're talking about when you talk about Ben Simmons. Like, versus NBA teams, he played 190 games. I mean, look at that. And he had 0 threes. He wasn't even shooting them. And then that one game last night against a team from China, he was 1 for 1.
So, and this is what I also like about sports. Players understand when they have an opportunity to do something special. And in Philadelphia, you have Joel Embiid. He's going to play at an MVP level. You take care of Tobias Harris. He's going to step his game up. He's going to be an all-star this year. But if Ben Simmons can make shots outside of the paint, to go with adding Al Horford up front is going to bring veteran leadership and productivity. Now they become a team that can flat out win the East.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So that's what they were celebrating. It wasn't just, we're going to make a mockery out of our teammate because he made a three.
A little bit.
If he's able to make this three, it's a game changer for us.
A lot for us. And Joel Embiid's like, I can go to work in the post. I can go to work in the post if you can hit these shots.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.